Alfonso says there's a sign in his office that's in Japan that says "Dare to listen."
Yeah.
Dare to listen to colleagues, dare to listen to the market, dare to listen to your customers. And I think his message to me was, and his message overall is, we have to challenge ourselves in ways that maybe Infinity has not done in the past. But that listening, it becomes the primary goal, I guess, going forward, or the focus going forward. Do you agree with that? Is that, you have
Absolutely.
to dare to listen?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say absolutely is I think what we're doing here is a good example. We show those two concepts without knowing which one people will love, to tell you the
Right.
truth. But why don't we come into a forum like the Coil, get to see and get the feedback. And next week, when we go to the all retailer meeting, it's actually an all retailer meeting with Infinity and Nissan dealers across the Americas. 3,000 people together, imagine
Right.
this. And I'm going to invite everyone to come to a product vault, and they will have a chance to vote. So I want to hear from them as well. What do you love? Where do you think the opportunity is based on your clients? We know, clients in Houston, Texas are very different than Miami, Florida, or Chicago, Illinois. We know they're different. So let's hear from our leading retailers. They're the ones interacting with the customers every day, and see what we can do. So absolutely, listening is key.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk in the market about making sure that the Infinity experience is also at you mentioned it a minute ago, at a higher level, returning to that kind of white glove service, if you will. Do you have work to do there?
There's always work to do there.
Yeah.
I say, somebody, I was talking to a person today that he said, yeah, the Infinity bones are good. And the reason why we use these words is, if you look at client experience surveys and so forth, J.D. Power, we're number 2 just behind Porsche. So yeah, there's some good things, but there's always opportunity to improve. One of the things that I'm working with the team is, how can we empower the front lines? So give our field team opportunity to work directly with the retailer and make decisions at a higher level, that we can solve problems quicker. The one thing in automotive, there will be problems, some problems.
Right.
The key is how you take care of them. And I think that's what can really differentiate. So I want to go big on its product development, the right product in the right segment, and then client experience. These are the 2 priorities that we have.
The Nissan recovery plan, if you will, as it's been termed, is implementing decisive and bold actions, right? Enhancing performance, but you also got to get leaner in a lot of ways.
Yep.
And that doesn't mean cost cutting, but it means efficiency, right? Are there ways that you're looking at to become more efficient as an operation?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How are you doing that?
First step that I had is my first week in the job. I invited the dealer advisory board to join me. And I told them it's going to be a little painful. You may not be used to this, but we mapped every single program or initiative that we had with the retailers. Anything that either paid money or they're required to report to us, there's over 80 items. And we went one by one. Does it help sell car? Does it help take care of clients? Does it help any revenue for either us or them? If the answer was no for all 3, chop it. That exercise alone, we saved over $10 million. This is in literally one meeting that we went over in detail. That's meaningful, and that sets the precedence for everything we're going to do going forward. And you can see your team already moving in that direction. My team now does that with their team, and so forth and so on. So it's a cascading effect. It's not about cutting the cost or cutting the budget itself. We can reinvest this. In fact, we did.
Yep.
Increasing media buying, for example.
Yep.
So.
And I know that the vehicle development process is also being revamped too, right? You're looking at how you actually, Vinay Shahani and I talked about this at the New York Auto Show, that you're really looking at the time to market, and you want to cut down development time. It took too long to develop vehicles, right? And I mean, dealers have told me that as well, and he talked about it, that it's just getting to market faster, being more agile. Alfonso mentioned agility too.
Agility is everything nowadays. You speed to market, how you respond to tariffs, how you respond to customer demand changing, right?
Yep.
We have to be fast. And when it comes to product development, we are trying to do a significant reduction on the overall product development. But what I've been pushing to is on the decision making. How can we decide quickly? Those two concepts on QX80, we did them in about 6 weeks. And then we're going to test them, and then if we believe that there's a business case, we can implement quickly. There is a fast-to-market approach ready to go. The question is the business case strong? Should we invest in this? Decision has to be made fast. Yes, no, go.